Call 911.
That was me, sir.
All right.
How you doing?
John DeAngelis, Wildwood PD. How are you?
How are you? I'm okay, yeah.
All right. What can you tell me?
I heard a couple of shots out there, and came out there, and some guys bleeding in the street, bleeding in the alley back here.
Okay. I tell you what.
Was...
Thanks a lot. My guy's gonna be working out there. Just try and keep your patrons and your staff out of my crime scene. And you're not smoking that, are you? You're not supposed to smoke inside in Wildwood. You know that, right? Yeah.
You're not gonna lock me up, are you?
Well, no. Tell you what.
Okay.
Remember anything else? Just
let me know if there's anything I can do, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, you want a drink or something?
No, thank you.
You drink at his job. Boy.
Trust me, don't tempt me.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you. So we got a name on this guy?
Mark Logan, 32 years old, from West Wildwood. The ME just left. Looks like a gunshot wound in the chest.
God, it's miserable out here.
Well, everything is miserable around you, isn't it, Lieutenant?
Thank you so much for that, Detective. You're not doing anything to help my mood. Not bad enough the weather's shitty out here. Then we have this damn bike week going on. It's Hell Week, more like.
You are so grumpy today. You know, it sounds like someone misses being in his office.
Please cut the comedy act for maybe like 10 seconds, please. Concentrate on the body. I assume the cause of death was gunshot?
That's what it looks like. Single gunshot wound to the upper chest, medium range. The bullet was a through and through. CSI's just finished photographing it, and it's over there.
I spoke to the staff and patrons inside the Shamrock. Just immediately when they heard the shot, they called 911.
Okay, well, I'm going to investigate the area more and see what our victim can tell us.
You do that, I'm gonna see what I can do with the press, alright? Wish me luck.
Good luck!
Looks can be deceiving.
You're not getting paid for that, you know. We don't do overtime.
Well, consider this one on the house. Besides, I thought you could use some help taking out the trash.
You're back early.
Did you see him in the neck?
You know, I must have missed that. And I do so love dramatic moments. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Don't argue with me.
Catch you later.
Ow.
Hey, welcome back. Good to be back. You're not too back for a couple weeks. What are you doing here?
I got bored, but I was driving into town. I heard about this little gunshot incident on the police scanners. Thought I'd drop by.
You listen to the police scanners on your day off.
Doesn't everybody? No?
Still don't surprise me, Alice. Come on.
So what's the story, John?
Usual day in Wildwood. Got a call from the bartender, shots fired out back, drove down here through a big, huge group of bikers. Vic was dead outside when we got here.
Any witnesses?
No, just one guy, single GSW to the chest.
Any evidence?
One bullet casing, that was it, 9mm.
You did find a bullet, though?
Yes,
Alright.
that we did. Like I said, it's Hardwick Bike Week. These guys don't like cops.
No, they do not.
Hey, Lieutenant, do you
Yeah.
have the CSIs took the bullet?
No, they haven't gotten here yet. Why?
Well, because it's gone.
Gone? You mean gone? What the hell happened to it? This whole alley was blocked off.
Well, it's windy. It couldn't float anywhere.
Alright, split up. You take that side, you take the back. Let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, take it back.
Tell me you found something.
I don't know. I looked everywhere. No one's coming or out. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Well, see. What? You're not gonna believe this.
Try me.
I think that seagull ate your bullet.
What?
A seagull ate the bullet?
Yes, that is exactly what happened. Funny, isn't it?
So you're telling me a man got gunned down behind one of Wildwood's most popular bars, and you guys lost the bullet?
Well, with all due respect, Megan, we technically know where the bullet is.
Flying high above the New Jersey shoreline in the stomach of a random seagull. You don't consider that bullet lost?
Well, the seagull knows where it is.
Do you think this is funny, Detective Haggarty?
I was more going for, color.
Do I need to speak to your captain about having someone put on this case who's not cracking jokes?
Relax. You don't need to tell the captain anything. Don't worry, Megan. This case is not going to interfere with your re-election.
Better not.
Now, can I get back to doing my job?
I would love for you to do that.
My officers have searched an entire alley. Can't find that bullet anywhere.
No bullet?
No. I hate to say it, but as crazy as your explanation is, it might be our only one.
Seagulls will eat anything.
Yeah, I know. I really can't believe this. Can I ask you do me a favor? Please tell me this isn't happening. Tell me I'm
happening.
dreaming.
No, you're not dreaming. It's happening.
DA is really, really, really not gonna like this.
Yeah, this is an election year for Megan, isn't it?
Don't even say it. That's all she keeps telling me. It's all I've heard the last month from her. Gosh, making me want to take up drinking again.
I know a good rehab facility.
Well, I'll give you this. Bike week, we've been understaffed, so couldn't have picked a more hell of a time to come back, kid.
That's my style.
Uh-huh. Always has been.
Lost?
So I like what you did with the place.
Well, thanks.
It, really suits your taste.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Oh, when you come here to work permanently, that's not gonna fly.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, Thomas has this new thing now where he thinks he's our boss. So we're only allowed to wear suits, we're only allowed to have official Thomas-approved items on our desks, we're not allowed to laugh, be happy, you know, that sort of thing.
I think I can roll with that.
Of course you can.
Shall we?
Sure.
Belle?
Hey, it's me.
What? I didn't expect to see you back so soon. Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
You look great.
Thank you.
Well, I'll let you two catch up and check on the lieutenant. He has our suspect in the interrogation room, and without a bullet, we're gonna have to get confession.
All right.
Don't worry, Belle. You're gonna have a desk soon.
You're leaving?
What? Oh, Monica told you.
No. You're transferring to the crime lab, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm still gonna be here, but I'm just not
You're not going to be a cop anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
So, things didn't work out with Maddie?
What?
Well, you said before you were getting married in July, and it's September now, and there's no ring on your finger. If it had been good news, you would have told me as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, right again. Thank you.
Sorry to have noticed that.
No, that's alright. I mean, it wasn't anything bad. It was just that she didn't want.
She thinks that you're spending too much time worrying about your job and not enough time worrying about her.
Alright, what the hell is going on? Are you reading my mind right now? Like, what are you doing?
No, it's just when I walked in, you were looking at your police badge, and I couldn't help but get a small detection of contempt on your face.
No, I didn't.
No, you did. You see, your lip tightened and raised slightly to one side. That shows a sign of contempt when you're looking at your badge. And then when we walked in, you put your badge away and tried to hide it with fake happiness.
Fake happiness.
When human beings are genuinely happy, they get small crow's feet on the sides of their eyes when they're smiling, and their cheeks raise up a little bit, just like this.
Alright. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
It's alright, Detective, he does that sometimes. Sergeant?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Detective, you okay? Looks like you just saw a ghost or something.
No, I'm fine.
So how'd it go?
Well, Monica's in there sweating him right now. I must be getting old, because all I could get from him was his name, Mark Dullard. Basically what he told me. He was in the alley having a smoke break, heard a gunshot, ducked behind the dumpster, stayed there until we got there.
Okay, so he's lying.
Yep.
And we just had to figure out what he was really doing in that alley.
Well, unfortunately, Sergeant, that's my next point. There is no we so far. You still need to get your shield and your piece back from the captain. And you know what? The mood he's in, best of luck.
What? Why couldn't you have just been smoking?
You take this.
There was no smoke on his breath, there was no nicotine traces under his fingernails, and there was no yellowing on his teeth. There's no way this guy was an avid smoker. And if he was a new-time smoker, he wouldn't need a break to go out to smoke a cigarette.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked.
Captain? Thomas?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's one of Thomas's rules. No one's allowed to touch the box. It's mysterious.
What exactly is in the box?
No one really knows, but Thomas is really weird about it. He keeps the key on him all the time, and no one's allowed to go near it. But, you know, enough about the box. I'm so glad to see you back early.
Oh.
It's been so stressful here.
Yes, it has.
With all of his rules and this awful room and that huge clock. Oh.
Yeah, this is quite an intimidating office.
Yeah, no comfy chairs here, that's for sure.
It's interesting. The room is really large, but the fact that there's no items in the middle make the room feel bigger than it is. There's no place for any guests to sit in the room. No personal effects. All business, but he still has his antiques. It suits Thomas very well. Where is he, by the way? Any idea?
Beats me, I never know where he is. He's usually at his desk watching us.
I see. The window has a perfect view of the entire squadron so we can keep on all of his subjects. How fitting. Well, I guess I'll try back later.
Probably.
It's good to see you.
Yeah. The door opens out. So what were you really doing in that alley?
I already told you.
Tell me again.
I went into the alley to have a cigarette. I was in the middle of smoking, all of a sudden I heard gunshots, so I hid behind the dumpster.
So why did you run?
Because I was afraid. I mean, I saw some guy coming towards me, so I panicked.
You are registered to carry a firearm, aren't you, Mr. Dullard?
Yes, so?
So, where's the gun now?
I lost it.
Right. You, please tell me you can come up with a better answer than that.
Look, lady, I already told you I didn't kill anybody. Now, if you have anything that says I did it, please let me see it, because I would love to see whatever evidence you have against me.
Well, we're running the bullet through the database now, and it's going to match your gun. So why don't you just save yourself some trouble and tell me the truth?
You know what? Talk to me when you have your results, alright?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That sounds great. I'll see you tonight. Bye.
Big plans tonight, Ronnie?
Yep.
With Paul Kramer?
Is that a problem?
Nope, not for me.
Good.
Still think you killed that guy, though.
I don't even want to talk about this right now.
Yeah, I won't talk about it then.
Good.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of evidence against him.
And I'm just saying there's none at all. There was no case whatsoever.
It was the evidence on the
And
faggot
anyway,
toolbox.
he's good looking and, you know, likes cats. So that's a plus.
There's plenty of good-looking guys that like cats that aren't murderers.
Hardly. Introduce me to one.
Please, can somebody help me?
Are you okay, miss?
I'm fine. It's my daughter. She's missing, and you're gonna have to help me find her.
Okay, look, ma'am, calm down here. Have a seat. I'm Officer Secula. This is Detective Glasses. What's your name?
Allison Draper.
Okay, Allison, you know what happened to your daughter?
We were a few blocks away, and a big crowd of people separated us, and then they all dispersed. She was nowhere, and I screamed out her name, and there were so many people, and I looked around, and she just wasn't anywhere.
What's your daughter's name?
Michelle, please, you have to help me find her.
I promise we're gonna do our best.
What's your daughter?
A few hours ago, the city of Wildwood issued an Amber Alert for a 5-year-old girl named Michelle Draper. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, and was last seen on the corner of Taylor and Rio Grande Avenue, where she disappeared in a crowd during Bike Week.
Wildwood Police Department is doing everything in its power to locate this missing girl. The investigation has just started, but because of the number of people in Wildwood for Bike Week, we are taking this case extremely seriously. And as a result, roadblocks have been set up on all highways and routes leading in and out of the city.
We can assure you that we will find this girl. And as the district attorney, if there's a culpable criminal in this matter, he will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I have taken special initiative and set up a task force specifically for this case, run by Lieutenant DeAngelis.
Now please, if anyone has any information at all that they think might lead us to Michelle Draper, please call the number now appearing on your screens. Remember, this is a 5-year-old girl who's out there somewhere alone and may or may not be with someone else. Please, anyone who has any tip at all would be very helpful in us locating this missing girl. Thank you very much, everybody. God damn, I hate Amber Alerts.
Don't forget, we're on a ticking clock, Lieutenant.
I won't, Counselor. This girl's somewhere in Wildwood. My officers will find her.
Well, let's hope so. There's over 100,000 people in Wildwood right now, and any of them could have taken her.
Yeah, and worse yet, every single one of them will be gone by tomorrow morning.
I know this is going to be hard for you, but if you could think of anyone that might want to harm Michelle.
She's 5.
We understand that, but is there anyone you can think of that would want to take her? Is her father in the picture?
Of course it was him.
Who was it?
My scumbag ex-husband. God, it all makes sense now.
Okay, calm down. Why don't you tell us about Jack?
I left his drunk ass a year ago. I got full custody of our daughter, and he never got over that. He's always sneaking around trying to spend time with Michelle. I try to keep her as far away from him as possible, but he just doesn't understand. You know, I try so hard to protect my daughter from him, but he will not leave us alone.
So you're saying that he probably took her because he couldn't see his own daughter?
Excuse me? Are you seriously defending him?
Not defending anybody, I'm just asking a question.
Let me tell you something, Detective. Jack would have been a horrible father. He was a deadbeat. I tried to keep Michelle as far away from him as possible. Okay, he was a degenerate.
Who's her father?
Okay, look, that's enough. Okay, Allison, why don't you just tell us where Jack is? We'd like to have a talk with him.
He's where he always is, downtown at one of the bars getting drunk. He took her. I know he did.
Okay, well, you just sit tight and we'll be right back, okay? What is wrong with you?
What are you talking about?
Harry, that guy isn't you.
Oh, he might as well be.
Have you even talked to Maddie?
Oh, sure, I talk to Maddie. I talk to her all the time when we're in court, and when the court gets to decide whether I see my own son or not, we talk all the time. It's fun. Great life. Let's go.
Oh, by the way, just remember, Capt wants to see you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go. Get it over with. You're gonna need it.
Belle, come in.
Captain?
I see you're back early.
Yes, I am. Is that okay?
It's fine. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Great. I suppose you're here for your badge and gun.
If that's not a problem.
Should it be?
Is that a trick question?
Of course not.
Then yes, I am.
Here you go. Oh, and your gun, we'll see how the badge works first.
Fine.
Oh, and I'm sure you noticed...
That Tony's acting sergeant?
So you did. Good.
That's fine. He can keep the job if he wants. I don't really care.
Not that I don't miss the classic Belle, I don't care attitude, but you'll get your sergeant title back at the end of the night.
Great.
Great. Oh, and one more thing. I'd like to think that giving your badge back isn't a horrible idea, so don't prove me right.
Then don't think about it.
All right.
Yes. All right, well, thank you.
So how'd it go?
Well, Jack Draper had an alibi for the time of the abduction. He was at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting.
Oh, are you sure?
No, I just went through that entire thing and the phone call, but I have no idea. I'm not sure, Ronnie.
Well, I still think he might be our guy. I mean, he could have, hired someone to kidnap Michelle. I think we should go through his records.
Really? Really, Ronnie? I mean, come on. He wouldn't do something like that.
I wouldn't put it past him. He is this alcoholic scumbag guy.
Who's having his kid held away from him by the state? I mean, he's going through AA, he's trying to turn his life around. Why can't you and Allison see that?
You don't even know this man, Harry.
I don't have to know him.
Look, I understand that you identify with this guy, but I don't think you should be putting yourself in his shoes.
Listen, alright, I can't talk about this right now. I'm gonna go look through his records.
Fine. Keep me posted.
Yeah.
Mark Logan was a telemarketer. He had a wife and a son and a perfectly clean record.
Okay. Any connection to Mark Dullard?
None that I can see. I went to his place of work and his boss and his co-workers all loved him. Nobody could think of anyone who would want to hurt Mr. Logan. That, and he had the Salesman of the Year last year.
Could this be a robbery gone wrong?
Well, the money and the cards were all still found on the body. As a matter of fact, the body was untouched except for the gunshot wound.
And did we locate this gun?
No. We have people on it, but there was a storm drain in the area, so if Dullard did kill him, he dropped the gun in there.
So what do we know about Mark Dullard, other than the fact that he annoyingly has the same name as our victim?
Well, he's an orderly in a local nursing home. He works with Alzheimer's and dementia patients. He seems like a perfectly nice guy.
Okay. Let's find out more information on Mark Dullard. In there's some reason why he would kill the telemarketer, and I mean other than the very definition of telemarketers are a complete pain in the ass.
You want to go for a walk?
Do I get a bone?
Isn't it a little morbid, you know, going out to eat at the same place that someone just died outside of?
No. There's got to be some connection between our two marks. I'm trying to find a paper trail, but there's got to be something.
Anything you want to tell me about rehab?
Like what?
I don't know, anything at all. Do you think it helped you?
Well, I'm not drunk right now, and I haven't seen any dead people walking around, so I'd say I'm doing pretty good.
You know, Belle, these things can't just be flicked off like a light switch. I mean, even though you have displayed rapid improvement.
I know this, Monica.
If there's anything you want to talk to me about, anything at all, you can call me. You do not have to be ashamed.
I think I found something.
What is it?
Take a look at these phone records. Our telemarketer, Mark Logan, made daily phone calls to a Mr. David Dullard. That's the father of Mark Dullard, the guy from the alley. So, look at these. 2 and sometimes 4 calls a day. Now, I know telemarketers are annoying, don't you think that's a tad excessive?
Well, yeah, sure, but I mean, you really think Mark Dullard killed Mark Logan because his father was being harassed by a telemarketer?
Human beings have killed for a lot less.
Detective Secula.
Oh, Allison, what are you doing here?
I got this package. It has Michelle's name on it. I didn't open it. I was afraid.
All right, let me have a look at it.
What is it?
It's a baby's finger. That's okay, we're gonna find whoever did this. We're not gonna let them get away. Look, this is Detective Haggarty. She's gonna take you home.
Please, whenever you know anything, please just call me.
Of course, I promise. I have you on speed dial.
So sorry.
Ronnie,
What?
you know the rules. Don't touch the body until the medical examiner releases it.
It was a finger.
It still counts.
Whatever. So what can you tell me?
Well, the finger was cut with a... Yeah, the finger was cut with a sharp instrument. There's no tearing or hesitation marks anywhere.
That sounds almost surgical. Maybe he has medical training?
It could be. Alright, I'll get this digit back to my office. Find out if it belongs to Michelle Draper. Do you still have her reference samples?
Yes, definitely.
Alright, well then, I'll keep in touch.
Please do.
You know, you got 24 hours to hold me, and you got to charge me. Running out of time.
You know, this guy's really starting to ruin the crap out of me, but he's right. We're gonna charge him with something soon. He walks.
We know, and we think we have a solution.
Alright. I'm all out of good ideas, so hit me.
Mark Logan, our victim from the alley that was shot, he's a telemarketer. He made regular phone calls to our suspect, Mark Dullard's father, David.
At least one phone call a day, sometimes up to 4. Now, as it turns out, we checked David Dullard's bank records, and apparently he's been ordering the same few items from Mark Logan every few days.
So his father was ordering the same items from our victim. Multiple items per day, same items, for the last couple of weeks. Why?
Because David Dullard was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Medical records can confirm that.
And as it turns out, our guy in there worked at a senior clinic. He specialized in Alzheimer's, and, well, he knows what it does to people. His father had it.
And Mark Logan, our telemarketer, took full advantage of it. Because of Alzheimer's tendency to attack the brain and cause severe memory loss, our guy's father didn't even realize he's buying the same items again. Logan was just completely taking advantage of him.
Milking him for all he had. Okay, I'll buy it, but there's some paperwork for this?
We do.
Alright, good. Well, I'll give you this. It's good enough for me, but, you know, Megan's never going to go for this. It's all just circumstantial. I'm sorry to say that the only way we're going to get anywhere with this is if he confesses.
Is that what you...
Officer, where the hell have you been?
I was taking Allison Draper home. Do we have any word about the finger?
Yeah, Dr. Wagner said that the victim was still alive, but the finger was cut off.
Thank God.
Don't thank God just yet. I ran the parameters of this case through VICAP. We got another lead.
To what? Another abduction?
5, actually.
What?
Yeah, first it was in Florida, then it was in Georgia, Virginia, actually 2 in Delaware. Every time the same thing. Victim under 6 years old, finger, cut off, sent to families in an online package.
Oh my God. So I guess that means we have a serial killer on our hands.
Yes, it's definitely not Jack Draper.
Well, where does that leave us? Do we have any leads?
Unfortunately, the FBI has been a dead end on this case. And in all 5 cases, there was no contact with the families, no motive, and no evidence, really.
What about the children?
Well, that's the sad part. To date, none of the children have ever been found.
You got 1 hour to charge me. Then I'm walking out of that door.
I'm well aware of that, Mr. Dullard. Please have a seat. I'm John DeAngelis. I'm the lieutenant here.
I want to see any evidence you have against me. You guys say you have a bullet, I want to see it.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Dullard. You will see the bullet. In court.
What are you smiling about?
Look, I told you. I was in that alleyway to have a cigarette. That's all.
Monica, whatever happens, just go with it.
What are you talking about?
You'll see.
Belle!
Alright, cut the bullshit, Dullard. We all know you were in that alley to kill Mark Logan.
I don't even know Mark Logan!
Look, pal, I've been a cop for a long, long, long time. Alright? I've seen suspects like you come and go. You all seem to have one thing in common.
Dad, thank God, there you are.
Sergeant, what the hell are you doing in here?
I'm so sorry about this. I had my back turned for a minute and my father just wandered off.
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, Dad, let's get you home.
Get the hell off of me.
Again, I'm sorry. My father, he has dementia.
What?
This is your father?
Yes. He lost his job as a police officer about a year ago because I diagnosed him with dementia.
I'm not your father. What the hell are you talking about?
It just hurts so much when your father doesn't even recognize you.
Oh my God, that's so horrible. I mean, I know how you feel. My dad went through the same thing. He lost his job too.
Oh God, did he have dementia?
Alright, Sergeant, now this is going a little bit too far.
Oh, good. You found him?
Detective, what the hell are you doing in here?
Yeah, he wandered off on his own, just trying to be a cop again.
What do you mean? What the hell are you talking about?
John, let's get you home.
Get the hell off of me.
Come on, Dad, it's time to go home.
Sergeant, I'm warning you about
I
it.
know.
Sergeant!
I know.
Sergeant, don't you do this! Sergeant!
Don't forget your name tag, Dad. God, I'm so sorry about that. I feel so helpless, you know? I worry and you just can't watch them all the time, but there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I actually work with Alzheimer's patients.
Then you know all about it. How they just start to deteriorate, they slowly lose their minds, they forget everything, they lose their identity, my father, he doesn't even recognize me anymore.
Hey, you gotta hang in there. Not for you, you gotta hang in there for your father, alright?
I mean, I try to be, but it's just, you always have to worry. Like, the cops here, they just take complete advantage of him, making jokes, stealing his pension. It makes me sick.
Look, it takes a very low form of human being to take advantage of a sick old man like that.
You're right.
You know, those people have no soul. They just mess with these people for sport. They shouldn't even be called human.
I know, and they just steal their money, because they just figure, well, they won't be eating it, but they don't realize it's not their money to steal.
Exactly, and that's exactly what Mark Logan was doing.
Exactly, he was just stealing money from your father all the time for 4 months with no remorse.
Mark Logan was a terrible disgrace of a human being.
You're so right. Mark Logan deserved everything that he got, didn't he?
Exactly. You know what? He got it quick. He didn't even deserve to get it quick. He should have gotten it slow. People like that deserve the chair, alright?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
What?
I had to take it into my own hands.
Mm-hmm. What'd you do?
I ended it.
Did you?
Like a light switch, just went out like that. Click. You know, he did not deserve the quick way out.
No.
He should have had a slow and painful death.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he did. Detective? What the hell just happened in there?
I believe Belle just got you a full confession. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
And you honestly believe a charade like that is even going to hold up in court?
Yes, it will, because there is no law against performing interrogations. Now, is there? Better hurry, Lieutenant. You've only got a half an hour to charge him. Better let Megan know.
Sergeant,
Lieutenant?
what you did in there... I like it.
Did you?
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
It's good to be home.
Sarge, one thing.
Yeah.
Ever do that to me again, I'll have your shield.
Gotcha.
Detective, and you too. Both of you understand me?
Yes, Dad.
Good, thank you.
Don't forget to charge him.
Murder, it's M-U-R-D-E-R.
Ah!
So, my desk ready yet? Glasses?
I'm sorry?
Time to go.
I agree.
Chop chop. Well, this is my desk now.
Not until I'm done, and I'm not done. Therefore, technically, this belongs to Harry Glasses. Thank you very much. Leave a message.
Well, the fact that you have a box and are packing up all your stuff really doesn't make this your desk anymore.
Did you just box
In fact, since I'm acting sergeant, I'm going to have to ask you to hurry up.
Acting sergeant. Well, you're going to do a good job acting when Belle gets back.
Yep. Come on, Dexter, let's go. Go back to the laboratory.
All right, Dee Dee, get out.
I'm actually waiting for my desk.
Well, you were just sitting at your desk like 35 seconds ago. Why don't you go ahead
And now I'm
go
claiming
back
this
there.
one.
You're claiming this one. What are you, like Marvin the Martian? I claim this desk in the name of me. Is that what you're doing? All right.
Why don't you just get out?
I'm not going to do it because you told me to. I'm going to do it because I'm done. Here's your phone.
Don't destroy my phone. I'm going to call it laboratory. Frank home. Ah, finally.
Well, don't get too comfortable, Tony, because we have a case.
Fuck. What is it?
I will tell you in the car.
Of course you will. Let me just push my chair in. It's my new desk.
It's a great desk.
It's a lovely desk. Now the glass is gone. Okay, after you.
Thank you.
I assume I can trust you with this now?
Of course you can.
Great.
I assume you received the letter signed from my rehab psychologist stating that I'm competent to return to work?
I did. It's on my desk.
Well, good. Then that means there'll be no more questions.
No questions. Just this. This is your last chance. You got no more screw-ups left, so make it count.
Is that all?
For now.
You must be the new medical examiner.
Either that, or some random guy that broke into the morgue, put on some scrubs inside and cut people open.
I'm going to assume that's sarcasm. I'm Harry Glasses.
Dr. Baines. I assume you're from the crime lab.
Yeah, I just transferred there this evening. You have my first case.
Lucky me.
Is this the homicide that Captain Thomas put Monica and Tony on?
I don't know who the hell those people are, but if you're talking about a dead guy in an elevator, then yeah.
Does this guy who died in an elevator have a name?
Alexander Morrissey. He was found dead in an elevator by his co-workers. The EMTs tried to rush him to the ER, but he was pronounced dead in the ambulance, so they sent him here.
What was the cause of death?
Well, I didn't find any lacerations, gunshot wounds, or signs of trauma. Nothing. But I am working on a possible cause of death right now. Take a look, Harry.
Looks like a puncture wound.
Exactly. My guess is he was injected with something.
Where was the body found again?
In an elevator.
I blamed that. But where was the elevator?
Some pharmaceutical company, BioWare or Biotech or something like that.
Biotech.
Yeah, that one.
You never heard of them?
Should I have?
Are you kidding me? They're the largest pharmaceutical company in the world. They have the highest grossing medicine around. You're in the medical field.
Look, dude. I'm from a small town in Michigan. When you get a scrape, you rub some dirt in it and call it a day.
You have a guy from a pharmaceutical company who's been poisoned. This is gonna be like finding a needle in a haystack. I sure hope Tony and Monica have some good leads.
It's just strange.
What?
This whole case, there's something off about it.
Yeah, well, there's a dead guy in the elevator.
You know what I mean?
Not really.
Come in, please.
Hey, man.
Dr. Joseph Erickson. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances. You must be Mr. Carson?
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry what happened to your employee, by the way.
As am I. He was well liked, and his death came as quite a shock. And you must be Detective Haggarty. Charmed.
So can we have a seat then?
Please.
So, what did Mr. Morrissey do here?
Alexander Morrissey was an intern who worked down in the labs. He was one of our brightest, in fact. Highly recommended. Top of his class, if I remember correctly.
Did he act strangely before his death?
Not at all. If anything, he acted even more pleasantly than usual. He was getting married in the fall, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Did he have any enemies here at Biotech?
I would be very surprised to hear that. Mr. Morrissey was, as I said, well liked.
Is there any way we can have a look at where he worked?
Only with a warrant, I'm afraid. We are currently developing pharmaceuticals that might one day cure cancer or AIDS. I'm certain that the Wildwood Police Department does not want to steal company secrets, but we have a very strict policy here. I can, however, see that his personal effects will be brought up for you to look at.
A cure for cancer?
Perhaps. I believe that anything is possible as long as science continues to advance. So did Mr. Morrissey. He was a brilliant young mind. His loss is quite a blow to the scientific community.
Alright, well, thanks for your time. If you hear anything, just give me a call.
I certainly will. I hope you are successful in finding the man responsible for his death.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
What the hell?
Monica, are you okay?
Yeah.
Should I take you home or something?
No,
John will give you a sick day.
I'm not sick. Please, can we go?
Yeah, let's go. Doc, you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Monica, get the doc out of here.
This can't be happening, man. He was dead. He's fucking dead, man.
Monica! Monica!